How everybody out there doing? So, joint practices today, and I didn't get a chance to go up there, but I tuned in. Um, joint practices. It was a good turnout. I heard Cowboy fans, Bronco fans. Um, Not surprising. They let anybody go over there, and there's a. It was good. It was a good show out. Um, That run the pickums. Yeah, we got that going, brother. Um, just let me know. I got my Cash App is money sign Sev Cisneros. So basically, let me know the picks and send your $5 over, bro. Whoever want to play, I'm coming for the money. So it'd be good. Hey, what's up? What's up, Prime? What's good with it, bro? So I didn't get a chance to go to the joint practices, but I seen a lot of footage. People were sending me highlights, and it was actually a good practice, man. You had a lot of people out there. You had Cowboy fans. You had Bronco fans. It was probably 60% Bronco fans, and then you have 40% Cowboy fans up there. So they did come up there deep, but it was open to the public, and there's to be truthful, since Colorado's become a transplant state, there's a big handful of Cowboy fans out here in Denver. So, the energy was lit. Everybody was over there, you know what I'm saying, turned up. From what I get from training camp and the conjoined practices, because I got on YouTube and I was on actually a Cowboys live stream, and the Broncos had the better showing up in practice today. Russell Wilson, he basically, in the red zone, he put up, multiple touchdowns. He was utilizing his running backs. He was utilizing his tight ends. And they scored at will against that Dallas Cowboy defense. I know at the beginning of defense, Dak Prescott hits CeeDee Lamb for like a 30-yard touchdown. There was a breakdown in the secondary of the Broncos. But for the most part, the Broncos, they dominated the practice. That's even what the Cowboys live streamers were saying. Pretty much, they dominated in all fashions. You had the defense on point. You had picks. Besides that play from CeeDee Lamb, Broncos overall dominated the practice. Russell Wilson utilizing his tight ends. Russell Wilson utilizing his wide receivers. Utilizing his running backs. And to be truthful, did you get yesterday? Yeah, I did. There was fights. Yeah, Randy Gregory was in there, so, automatically there was feelings, emotions in there, and he was fighting. He's the one that was fighting, so, there's feelings because he left the Cowboys, so they feel like, he abandoned them. So, it was actually, they went hard, they went hard in practice, and they were really trying to prove something out there. From what I get from the Cowboys live streamers, and you could go look yourself if you want to do some investigation, the Broncos just came out with more of a more pound and ground to come out aggressive, and even the Cowboys live streamers were basically saying we need the Cowboys to step up and play like the Broncos are playing right now. So, I'm real happy to hear that Russell Wilson is building chemistry. And to top it off, bro, Russell Wilson he didn't have KJ Hamler out there. He didn't have Melvin Gordon out there. He didn't have Tim Patrick. We all know he's hurt, but he was actually down some receivers because KJ Hamler, he's day to day with the injury. And he didn't even have the rookie Greg out there. So him having what he had, he utilized everything he had around him. And in that red zone 2-minute drill, the Broncos scored at ease. Basically, that's what everybody's saying. I was looking on Twitter. Everything on the Broncos side was really dominated. So it's a good sound, man. It's something that Broncos fans can. I know it's training camp, it's practice, but it's nice to be able to get in there and practice against somebody else with a different uniform. Because we go against our own team day in, day out. And you know what I'm saying? It's like They know each other. They know each other because there was word that right tackle position, that Cooper the last 2 days basically was teeing off on Anderson. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to basically get some new blood in there. And now we get to see Saturday. I know the starters ain't going to be playing. I don't know if Russell Wilson's going to be playing. I heard that he might be playing like a series, but I don't think the starters are going to be playing. Today was like the practice for the starters. All around, man, I'm pretty excited. I'm real happy to hear the progression, because we all know, man, when you basically you go into a season with a new quarterback and a new system, you got to learn all new everything. And Russell Wilson's picking it up. He's picking it up at a fast rate, and that's good because that was the big question. Can he get this offense going? Can he get the scheme fast? Can he learn this playbook? And the amount of time that he's been on this team, he's already put it together, man, and he's looking like he's gonna be very successful with this Broncos team. The thing about it is, and this is a good thing, he does not have to be the workhorse where he's throwing the ball 30 times a game, bro. He has a run game that he can utilize. He got to run game, you know what I'm saying, that he can utilize, and that's gonna make it so much more successful when you utilize your run game. Because when was he the most successful? He was the most successful when he had Marshawn Lynch, and the way the packages are going, bro, they're utilizing, the nice amount of running backs as wide receivers. They got a package coming out where they're going to utilize the running backs as wide receivers. And when you have that all on the field at once, it's going to be hard to stop that, so that's my thoughts. Like I said, the whole word on practice today was basically the Broncos dominated more than the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb did get his money, they said. Basically, you know what I'm saying? He did get his money. He's a talented wide receiver. But they kind of shut down, they kind of shut down a lot of things with the Cowboys coming in for conjoined practice. And I couldn't be more excited as a Bronco fan to hear that, because I didn't know how it was going to be with Tim Patrick going out. I know we had studs, and then I heard today KJ Hamler had a stinger, and they're day by day, so he's a little banged up. Melvin Gordon's a little banged up. Greg's a little banged up. So we didn't have our full roster on the offense, but we had to utilize what we had out there, you know what I'm saying? And they still did their thing, So as a Bronco fan, it's very exciting to hear that, because good teams, the next man steps up. Good teams, people that come in for injured players, they stepped up, and they stepped up today. I think they were going like 75% in practice, so you didn't really get to, see fools pop each other. But there was a play where Ezekiel Elliott got the handoff, and Bradley Chubb was right there, and he actually kind of hit him hard. Dominating fashion with the defensive line. It looks like Bradley Chubb is to his rookie. It looks like he's going to be when he came into the league, man, that 1 year when he was beasting out. He's hungry, and you only basically feed off of that. That domino affects the other players around you being good. So, it's exciting, man. It's exciting to go into this season with something to look forward to. Can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, and that's what it is. I heard there's been some fights with the joint practices. Yeah, for sure, bro. It's heated out there, man, and the Broncos came more aggressive today. Did you get that yesterday? Yep. You already know, man. So it's looking good, man, and I'm really excited. We are in football. We are in the swing of football. And the next thing, the football season's starting. And when the football season starting, we're going to see what them boys put on that field. What's good with everybody, though? How y'all doing, man? I just I look at this too, bro, and when we acquired Russell Wilson, and then I started hearing he's washed, and I really started thinking about every aspect of Russell Wilson's game. And I even thought about last year, because his production went down, but there was there was situations why his production went down. He didn't even play a full season. He was out with injury for some games. And he still had a good ratio from touchdown to interception. Then I looked at, what he's done over his career. I looked at his age, put it all into consideration. When you look at it, man, Russell Wilson never ever really got injured. He's not injury prone. That last year was a little setback to him, and they went off of, what happened last year and said that he just he kind of progressed back. And I'm like, he kind of regressed. And I'm like, I look at it, bro. 2 years ago, he had an MVP type season, and people really thought that he just washed. And what makes a washed player, bro? Because he was still actually getting a Seattle team with a bad offensive line and below average team to the playoffs, bro. He was still going to Pro Bowls. Like, how do you look at that and say that's washed? They never got that fool any help over there. They never got him help. They just let that fool die behind the offensive line. His offensive line was trash. So, when you look at the scenario, like, you really think Russell Wilson's washed? You don't think that he still can play? Yeah, whoever says that really just is biased or just don't watch football. Don't watch football. It's like you throwing some blinders on, like, it's not going to work in your favor. That's going to come back to slap you in the mouth. I hear it all the time right now by Seahawks fans, especially, bro. They are so in their feelings. To them, it seems like he was the worst quarterback ever in franchise history. It seems like they hate this dude so much. To them, he didn't do nothing for the franchise when he's the only quarterback ever to do anything for the Seahawks franchise. But now they're glad that he's gone. Now, he was just washed up, but he was still going to postseason play majority of his whole career. He was still getting into the playoffs with no protection. Like, that fool had to have heart to play in behind that offensive line, bro, and still make stuff happen. Like, you don't get him no protection. You expect him to want to stay with your franchise. And I'm so glad he got out of that situation because they all turned their back on Russell Wilson. All them players that used to love him and have their jersey, they turned their back at 5.2 seconds on him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I wish him get hurt. I wish he has the worst season ever in his career. I wish harmful stuff on his family. Like, Seahawks fans, like, I don't understand that mindset, bro, because that's the only quarterback that ever did anything for you guys, And when the season is in full swing, bro, y'all gonna really gonna wish and wish he was still with the franchise. You guys are gonna miss what he did for that franchise because now you got Geno Smith and Drew Lock, and Drew Lock is gonna throw some interceptions regardless if he has pass protection or not. Get ready for wrong decisions, interception, because Drew Lock cannot read a defense. He cannot read a defense to save his life. You go from a Hall of Fame quarterback to Drew Lock and Geno Smith. You never know what you have till it's gone, bro. You never know what you have till it's gone. Look at the Colts. Look at Peyton Manning. They just kicked him to the curve. And what did he do? He was when he came to the Broncos, he was going to postseasons and he was going to Super Bowls and won another Super Bowl. Now, the idiot Colts franchise, if they would have had Peyton Manning, there was a potential chance he would have got them dudes back to a Super Bowl and won another championship. But people don't appreciate, franchises don't appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, players would appreciate a franchise and the franchise would appreciate them players. That's why, like, with Broncos country, you see old school players all the time still with the franchise, still magnetic to the franchise. You see old school players that left and still live out here because Denver, Colorado, Denver, Broncos country, part of the community, part of still the franchise, still gets love from the fans out here. Steve Atwater's, Randy Gradishaw's, Dennis Smith's, like, alumni, bro. And they will always be Broncos. Like other franchises pretty much just throw players away and don't even appreciate what they did. Why do you think Peyton Manning still is a part of the Broncos franchise with all them years he played for the Colts? Why do you think Peyton Manning still stayed out here and he still got a house out here and still at Broncos practices? But he played double time with the Colts and he played for the Broncos, but who's the team he loves more? The Broncos. Because we treat our players good, bro. We are a true family over here. You know what I'm saying? And Russell Wilson, that's another thing why Russell Wilson's hated, because he already loves the Denver community. He actually, to me, it seems like he loves the Denver community and the franchise and the team more than he loves the Seattle's community. And just because we appreciate him, we know how to appreciate a player. Appreciate a player with good work ethic. Appreciate a player that's humble. You know what I'm saying? And it's already showing, bro. Like, it's already showing. Like, he's embedded himself in this community already. And the fan base out here has opened their arms to Russell Wilson. And when you feel appreciated, that's when you play at a high level, because you're loved. You're loved, and people are really, really, showing you love and respect. He didn't get that with Seattle. Seattle said, F you, Russell Wilson. I hope your family gets hit by a car. I hope you suck with the Broncos. That fool was washed. He was no good. He did nothing for the franchise. He didn't even help our franchise win a Super Bowl. It was all the defense. Get out of here, bruh. That's lame, homie. And it's going to be the topping on the cake is when this fool holds up another Lombardi trophy and he shows. I still had a lot of football in the tank. Like, I still had a lot of firepower under me. That's why with me, I want the dude to succeed, because just how hateful Seattle Seahawks fans are towards him. There's a lot of Seattle Seahawks fans that are just, they all over Twitter, bruh. Seattle Seahawks fans are in every mention of Russell Wilson. They are like so scorned behind Russell Wilson, but it's their fault, bro. It's their franchise fault. You can't blame, Russell Wilson. You got to blame, the franchise. That's your franchise's fault. Like, it's not Russell Wilson's. He wanted to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be appreciated. He wanted to be known that he was loved by a city and a fan base and people that appreciated him. He didn't get that with Seattle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he has a chip on his shoulder. And that's one thing. When you have talent like Russell Wilson, when you come from one of them genetics where you're just talented all the way around, baseball, football, you have it in your mind you're going to win a ship and you got a chip on your shoulder, fools better get out that way or get roller coastered over, bro. And that's what Russell Wilson right now has. He has that firepower because people are saying he's washed. He's not a good quarterback. He's not a top 10. He's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's hearing this shit, bro. He's hearing this shit all the time. And he's not going to allow that shit to fail. He ain't going to allow that shit to fail. And one thing, too, is, bro, him and Peyton Manning's relationship is fully throttled. It's fully throttled. And what did Peyton Manning do? He came out here and he was in the same situation. Oh, Peyton Manning can't play no more. He's a choker. His neck surgeries. He's with a new team. He's been with one team his whole life. And what did he do? He made everybody shut up. And you don't think this fool, Peyton Manning's feeding this fool Russell Wilson that knowledge and that love to get over that hump? Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it is, man, you look at this division. Russell Wilson ain't scared of this division. Russell Wilson was never scared of the division in the NFC, and he played in one of the toughest divisions. All out war. Because it excites him. That puts competitiveness. It excites him. He said, I'm ready for the task. I don't care if you have Patrick Mahomes. I don't care if you have Justin Herbert, Derek Carr. None of that fools scare me. Because besides one quarterback in this division, the other two are still, the jury's still trying to see if they really are elite. Can they do something really when it counts? Nah. Haven't seen any postseason play. We still trying to see if Derek Carr can get him at least one playoff win. But what? Russell Wilson's already been there. He's already done that. He's already went to the highest elite. He's already went to the highest power in football, won a ship, and he would have been a back-to-back Super Bowl champion if they would have handed the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. The other quarterbacks ain't proven. They're not proven in this league. The only one, Patrick Mahomes. And Patty Mahomes, he might have been bailed out by Tyreek Hill. Let's spit the facts. When you got speed, Tyreek Hill on that field, you have a down threat. You have downfield threat. You don't have that no more. So let's see. Without a defense over there with the Kansas City Chiefs, let's see how they conduct themselves. Let's see how they conduct themselves without their number one wide receiver gone, their speed. We gonna see. But we'll be ready because Broncos country all the way around has a solid team, defense and offense. You ain't just gonna throw on this secondary, bruh. I'm sorry to tell you, I don't care what quarterback you are. You're not throwing on this secondary like that. You better have some packages, slant routes, and all this because you're not going on this secondary. I don't care who your number one wide receiver is. Surtain will shut that shit down. He's coming into his second year. He's a specimen, bro. He's playing 50% out there, bro, and he's shutting shit down. Imagine when he plays 100%. You know what I'm saying? You got one of the best safeties in the league, Justin Simmons, out there, bro. Feed in Kareem Jackson. Feed in Darby, bro. It's going to be impossible for teams to just run up the score. And that was our problem the last couple years. Teams will be able to run up the score on us. And you know what they did when they ran up the score? Our offense couldn't put up points. That's not going on no more. Because if we punch you in the mouth first quarter, second quarter, and the defense delivers, and we're shutting shit down, you think we're going to go 3-and-out with Russell Wilson? You think we're going to have to settle for field goals with Russell Wilson, bro? When the defense literally is dominating? Because last year they did. Last year they dominated. Last year they were shutting shit down. I don't care what the score says at the end of the game. Because all them points, a lot of them points came in the second half of games. The first quarter, second quarter, the Denver defense shut shit down against Patrick Mahomes, against Herberts, against Carrs. All them points came in the second quarter. And the reason why is because our offense could not put up points. In this year, bro, the defense shut shit down. We're going to be able to put up points. We got a quarterback that does that. We got a quarterback that specializes in that shit. So your defense, if you have a below average or even just a above average defense, you're not shutting down. You're not going to be able to stop Russell Wilson and the Arsenals, bro. He's making receivers out there better, homie. You know? And that's what I got to say, bro. I just, I'm trying to stay humble, but I hear all this crazy talk from Russell Wilson's washed and he can't play. And till we start winning, we're not going to really be able to say, oh, for sure, 100%. But there's already baby steps. Because every day I'm hearing different things that are good every day, but it takes real games. But today was a task against another team, and we dominated on all sides of the ball, on every aspect of the team. We basically dominated the whole practice. Yeah. And it was good, bro. Like they said, red zone, multiple touchdowns by multiple different positions. Quarterback, running in, catches from Cortland Sutton, catches from the tight ends, catches from the running backs. Like, when you have a package like that, bro, and you got multiple wide receivers, not just your wide receivers, but you got running backs that can catch out that backfield, it's just hard. You're not going to be able to eliminate all that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to eliminate all that unless you have a defense like the Denver Broncos that can eliminate offenses, slow down offenses. I don't care if you're Patrick Mahomes. We did it in the last couple games. We slowed him down. Don't get it twisted. The defense slowed him down in the first and second quarter, but we could never put up points. You think that's going to stop, bro? We just got better all the way around. Bro. Stop playing with it. And that's what I got to say, bro. I'm real. Round of applause for the Broncos joint practice today, man. I wanted to see how they were going to conduct themselves against another team. And I know it's not fully 100%, but they did what they had to do in a situation that they had to do it today, man. Shout out to the offense. Shout out to the defense doing what they were doing. Shout out to the players that stepped up, man. You had Alberto with a one-hand catch in the end zone. You know, we didn't know how the tight end situation was going to be, but Russell Wilson got him a tight end too now. You know, he didn't really have a tight end except Graham for that little time frame that they were playing together. But, you know, Russell Wilson can utilize his tight ends all the way across, bro. You know the logo, man. Stop playing with it, bro. Countdown to kickoff. It's going down, man. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. So that being said, we are counting down to kickoff. If you want to play the 16 pick'em, anybody can play. Let me know. $5 to get in, and you don't have to play every week. You're more than welcome to. $5 every week, and the easiest pick'em game that you ever play. You only have to pick the winners, and if you have the most winners at the end of the day, you get the jackpot. We're already up to 10 players, so let me know. The more the merrier, the more the payout. If we can get 40 players, that's $200. What's your odds? You put in $5, you can win $200. You know what I'm saying? My Cash App, I will be providing that, so it will go into a fund, and then I will have everybody's picks, and at the end of the day, whoever has the most wins will be getting that payout that day. If it's a tie between a couple players, it goes on to the Monday night game, and then it's a combined score, and whoever's closest to their score gets the win. If there was a scenario where people were like, you know what I'm saying, equally close, it would be split down the middle. So if it's a $200 pot, one of the winners would get 100, one of the winners would get 100. You know, so we are running that all year long. And I'm trying to get some money too, bro. Don't count Savage out because I'm trying to get some money, man. I've won a couple of them pools when I was locked up, but I think it would be fun, bro, if everybody got involved. All the battleground, definitely, you know what I'm saying? We definitely will have the battleground going, and I'm gonna be promoting on there. And all my players, I got family members getting in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be fun, bro. It keeps the football season alive because you're like, who's winning? You know, and sometimes, man, the way you win is pick them surprise. Pick that surprise game, bro. And, you know, it'll definitely be live, man. But that's the time for me today. Hope everybody's blessed. You know the logo, man. Stop playing with Go Broncos. Broncos country arise. I'm going to get at y'all. You know what it is. Let's go.